In the annals of history, few names evoke as much awe and admiration as Alexander the Great. A king by 20, a conqueror of empires by 25, and a legend for eternity. But who was this young king from Macedonia? How did he carve a path of glory across 3 continents, forever changing the course of history? This is the story of a man who sought not just to conquer lands but to leave a legacy that would endure for millennia. This type of opening sets an epic tone while giving viewers a sense of the scale and impact of Alexander's life. It invites curiosity and positions the content as both informative and captivating. Alexander the Great, 356 to 323 BCE, is one of history's most famous military leaders and conquerors. He was born in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedonia, to King Philip II and Queen Olympias. His early education was shaped by prominent figures of the time, most notably the philosopher Aristotle, who taught him philosophy, science, and the arts. Alexander's admiration for Homer's Iliad, and the heroic deeds of Achilles greatly influenced his later ambitions and actions. After the assassination of his father, Philip II, in 336 BCE, Alexander ascended to the Macedonian throne at just 20 years old. Despite his youth, he quickly consolidated power by quelling revolts and rebellions within the Greek city-states, notably crushing a rebellion in Thebes. His early reign set the stage for his greater ambitions, expanding the Macedonian Empire eastward into Persia. The conquests Alexander launched his campaign against the Achaemenid Persian Empire in 334 BCE, leading one of the most successful military invasions in history. His major battles include, Battle of Granicus, 334 BCE, his first major victory over Persian satraps in Asia Minor, opening the path for further conquests. Battle of Issus, 333 BCE, Alexander decisively defeated the Persian king Darius III in this battle, forcing Darius to flee and marking the decline of Persian power. Siege of Tyre, 332 BCE, one of his most famous sieges, where Alexander built a causeway to breach the heavily fortified island city of Tyre. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BCE, often considered Alexander's greatest tactical achievement, this battle effectively ended the Persian Empire. Afterward, Darius III was pursued and killed by his own men. By 330 BCE, Alexander had captured the Persian capitals of Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, the symbolic heart of the empire. Alexander continued his conquests further east, reaching India by 327 BCE. In India, he fought the famous Battle of Hydaspes, 326 BCE, against King Porus, a powerful Indian ruler. Although victorious, Alexander was deeply impressed by Porus's valor and leadership, eventually reinstating him as a satrap in his region. The campaign in India was difficult, and his army, exhausted and longing to return home, refused to march further into the Indian subcontinent. Alexander's empire stretched from Greece to Egypt and deep into Asia, covering approximately 5 million square kilometers. His policy of cultural integration, known as Hellenization, spread Greek culture, language, and ideas throughout the known world. He founded numerous cities, the most famous being Alexandria in Egypt, which became a major center of Hellenistic culture and learning. In 323 BCE, Alexander died suddenly in Babylon at the age of 32, possibly from fever, poisoning, or other natural causes. The exact cause remains debated. His death left his vast empire without a clear successor, as he had no legitimate heir of age. This led to the division of his empire among his generals, known as the Diadochi, and the eventual fragmentation into smaller Hellenistic kingdoms. Alexander the Great's life had a profound impact on world history. His military campaigns reshaped the ancient world, blending Greek, Persian, Egyptian, and Indian cultures, which influenced civilizations for centuries after his death. His tactical genius, ambition, and legacy make him one of history's most iconic figures. Though his life was cut short at just 32, Alexander the Great left a mark on the world that has endured for centuries. His empire may have fragmented, but his vision of a connected world, blending cultures and ideas, reshaped history. From the cities that still bear his name to the stories of his conquests that continue to inspire, Alexander remains more than just a figure of the past. He is a symbol of ambition, leadership, and the quest for greatness. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of one of history's most legendary figures.